What's up, guys? Today I want to talk about the temples we ran, how we made 60x profit in just 16 temples, and what we learned from running those temples. I've included my profit breakdown and a link to the Reddit thread in the description below. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try to reply to everyone. If you enjoy the video, leave a like and a comment. If you want to see more content, don't forget to subscribe. Alright, let's get into it. So the idea was to run 16 temples and try and get at least 15x back to make it worth the time I spent running 192 incursions. To help set up the temples, I took every incursion node on the Atlas passive tree. The nodes that were a huge help were resource reallocation and contested development. Resource reallocation gives you a 50% chance at a double upgrade, so you can quickly go straight from a tier 1 room to a tier 3. Contested development allows you to maintain your current upgrade tier when switching rooms. So if you already have a tier 2 room, but a great switch option comes up, you get to switch and keep the tier 3 without having to worry about resetting the room's progress. Running the temples was very smooth. They really aren't very dangerous. My only deaths were to just me being dumb, and of course Lightning Mirage. I completed 16 temples, and out of those 16, I was lucky enough to get 8 Dorianis for the gem double corrupts, 4 Locus of Corruption for the any item double corrupt, and 3 Apex of Ascension to roll belts into a Mage Blood, of course. For the gem double corrupts, I chose to use 2020 summon skeletons because 2120 Val summon skeletons was priced around 15 exalt and had very high demand. I grabbed 4 of the Waka Waka shields for the item double corrupt, hoping to get +4 auras on there for an aura bot. And I just grabbed a random level eye level 100 belt to roll into a Mage Blood. I also grabbed a pile of currency to roll for the strong boxes, which turned out to be an absolute waste, but more on that later. For the double corrupts, I tried on 4 different Waka Waka shields, 3 break to rare, and 1 poofed, so no profit. The belt rerolls didn't land, so no profit, but I got to keep my eye level 100 worms molt, so yay! The strong boxes, I ended up using around 75 chaos to quality, alkin scour, and chaos reroll them. It was a complete waste of currency. I spent 75 chaos and only got back about 20 chaos. My suggestions for those is just quality the nice ones, Arcanists to Diviners, and roll for a single good mod. Don't waste currency trying for a double. Like, don't go for quantity and additional. Just hit one or the other, go for it. They're not Atlas Stonks boxes that are giving really good increased loot. The rest of the rooms were pretty okay. Legion was alright. It gave me some splinters, some incubators, but nothing major. It's not affected by the Atlas, so I didn't get any nice emblem drops or big stacks of splinters. The breaches were very disappointing. Out of 23 breaches, I got 242 splinters, including the free splinters it gives you out of the breach chests just for going into the room. GGG really needs to look at the breach rooms in temples. The whole reward is supposed to be you doing the breach, but they aren't Atlas buffed, and the layout in the room is purposefully atrocious. I would have been very upset if I was melee trying to complete the breaches with all those walls, stairs, alcoves, cutouts, everything that gets in the way. If the reward is supposed to be the breaches, then let us have the reward. It's counterintuitive to have the reward be the breaches and then have them in a room that makes it as hard as possible to clear. The explosive chest rooms are either bugged or the loot tables aren't updated correctly. They added those chests that you can blow up with the barrels, but they're trash. The guy got nothing. The best thing I got out of all 6 that I blew up was a single orb of chance. Complete waste of time. Continuing our train of sadness is the map rooms. The map rooms are just straight demoralizing. You get 1 chest per tier that drops 1 to 3 maps, and some of the maps are whites or yellow tier. Not to mention, the tier 1 map room clearly states chests, plural, with map items. And yet, it only contains 1 chest. The currency room and item room are both nice. You get in, click your chests, grab your loot, get out. Good rooms to have. The random tier 3 rooms that don't have a fancy mechanic are actually also quite nice, as they drop items with the temple mods. A small pile of rare and magic items guaranteed to have a temple mod. Some sell very well, some sell pretty well, some don't sell, but I was surprised how fast most of mine sold. I ended up with a few hundred chaos just from the random temple items that I picked up doing the runs. Now, the real reason we're here, the tier 3 gym room, Doriani's Institute, for our gym double corrupts. I was hoping to land at least one 2120 Val Skelly. I didn't think I'd get more than that, but Chris Wilson and Streamer RNG had other plans for me. First room, ran in, grabbed the lapidary lens, toss it on the Skelly, bam, 2120 Val. I was super excited. Second room, it bricked, but I didn't care because I already got one. Third room, 2120 Val again. In total, out of 8 Dorianis, I got 3 2120 Val Summon Skeletons, 3 2023 Val Summon Skeletons, 1 Bricked Skelly, and 1 Bricked Divergent Flicker Strike. So altogether, profit breakdown. I spent 21 Chaos on Wakataka Shields, 20 Chaos on I level 100 Belt Base, 72 Chaos on Orbs of Unmaking to put points in, take points out, 175 Chaos on 2020 Skeletons, and 75 Chaos on the chest reroll currency. That brings us to a total of 363 Chaos. I'm not including the cost of the temples, since I ran them all myself. It only cost me mentally. Our gross profit was 8,147 Chaos, which brings our net profit to 7,784 Chaos, or 59.8 Exalt. All in all, I had a good time, got a good chunk of change to further my build, and we learned a little bit about temples. I wouldn't suggest running temples as a top tier currency farm, especially since there are so many easy ways to make currency this league. Unless you absolutely love hearing "good job, Exile" 100 times a day, there's a lot better ways to spend your time. I did make good profit, but it took a few days to get everything set up and run. I had to run 192 incursions for this. Plus, I got extremely lucky with those gem corrupts. And without those gem corrupts, I only made about 6 Exalt, which, for all the time I put in, is pretty awful. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed going over the temples with me. If you had a good time or learned something, don't forget to like and subscribe. Really helps me out. If you didn't like something, let me know in the comments. I look forward to improving in the future. Everything is streamed live on my Twitch channel, Athros TV, so come stop by. As always, I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll catch you next time.